Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game, Foggy versus Soen. This game taking place here on a shallow grave. On the top left-hand side of the map, we have Soen spawning as the yellow orc, opening things up with Altar of Storms, Burrow, and Barracks. Meanwhile, on the bottom right, we have Foggy opening things up with Keeper of the Grove, Ancient of War, and the game hitting that 2-minute mark already. Alright, Archer using Lightning Shield, able to apply damage to multiple targets. Doesn't want to allow that Lightning Shield to get the final kill, shot off there. We see a quick entangle onto the Renegade Wizard. That is not what I was expecting at all. Normally, we see Tree Ends. So entangle first coming in from Foggy. Perhaps it is a sign of things to come, using entangle to perhaps track down and shut down grunts. Meanwhile, no signs of tech to tier 2 yet on either side. We're at the 2-minute 30-second mark. Both sides are building up a little bit more. Keeper of the Grove gets enough damage. That peon, well, is going to get choked to death by those vines as that Keeper of the Grove now shy of level 2. Meanwhile, Blade Master sold the Scroll of Town Portal. No surprises there. Picks up some healing salves, Gloves of Haste, Scroll of Speed, and is now attempting to creep out these creep camps. Good day. Thanks for tuning in. However you may be watching, however you may be listening, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn something, and I hope you appreciate what I believe to be one of the best real-time strategy games of all time. Keeper of the Grove now sitting at level 2, going to go ahead and summon those treants and start applying pressure on the orc burrows. Often said, orc units have a difficult time as those orc burrows are very, very vulnerable. That's changed by Blizzard to move the upgrade for the reinforced defenses from tier 3 to tier 2 really helps orc players out, as sometimes orc players don't even want to try to go to tier 3. We can see Foggy, Scroll of Town Portal, going to be heading back home, going to be draining those moonwells here, and well, with only 2 moonwells, he's already bone dry, and that Keeper of the Grove is not fully healed yet. So, gonna be forced to play a little bit closer to home, and perhaps set up even more moonwells as well, so that he can heal up during that first daybreak. Knowing how many moonwells your opponent has early on can often tell you how much damage is going to stick, either from creeps or from you. So here we have still a 3rd moonwell being established here, and well, after it becomes daybreak, you know that moonwells are not going to naturally fill themselves unless they use a moonstone or nightfall comes again. Alright, Keeper of the Grove heading back here. Blade Master being forced to just try and play a little bit solo, knowing that the Keeper of the Grove's entangle could spell problems. Now, no entangles onto that onto that Blade Master yet, and we're looking at Windwalk and Critical Strike. I am curious to see if Mirror Image is going to be an ability early on for that Blade Master if entangle does come into play. Alright, we're looking at, well, dual Huntresses waiting to clear out some creep camps. Keeper of the Grove comes by. There are some treants to absorb some damage, and now more creeping getting on. Blade Master sitting at level 2. Gonna perhaps try and scout out what his opponent is doing. Those are those moonwells getting refilled back up. Tree of Life now nearly at Tree of Ages, and we should be looking at dual Ancients of Lore. Back inside the base here, off to the north, we can see shamans from that Spirit Lodge will be trained up. Purge is such an important part to deal with these treants, as suddenly those treants just look like giant targets for Purge, and thereby give about easy experience. Down to the south side here, no sign of a second hero as of yet. Nature's Blessing quickly being researched by Foggy, while Soen still well, doing some solo creeping with that Blade Master, picking up items and still wandering around the map. Once more, Foggy trying to build some Ancient Protectors down to the south here. We saw that earlier. Is it going to get scouted by the Shadow Hunters? Now, there you are into a little bit of an issue. There is a reveal, and there's already a Demolisher out. All right, so Soen must have had some sort sort of spider sense, knowing that his opponent was going to try and perhaps tower him. And here we have the Ancient Protectors already in position. The first Demolisher is out on the battlefield even before he saw a completed Ancient Protector. Meanwhile, Goblin Alchemist is in the battle as well. This Voodoo Lounge is a little bit far away, and that Grunt's going to get taken out. Keeper of the Grove gets to level 3. Blade Master gets acid bombed and going to get attacked here. Negative armor, always a little bit of an issue, as another Ancient Protector making its way over. All right, the Sentinel is going to be able to scout out that Blade Master easily. Meanwhile, a Demolisher is in position. There's a Purge to try and break that important entangle, as the Demolisher perhaps going to finish off this last, finish off that Ancient Protector, but that Demolisher now very much exposed in that front line spot and gets cleaned out as well. Trading one Demolisher for one Ancient Protector, a fairly easy call here. Meanwhile, Ancient Protectors are making their way. The Forest is alive, pushing their way forward as that, well, Voodoo Lounge about to get cleaned out. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove trying to continue to make its way forward here. No reinforced defenses yet, as the Ancient Protectors are going straight after that burrow. All right, a lot of damage onto that burrow here. Damage, repairs underway here, trying to finish off that Ancient Protector. Meanwhile, Shadowhunter is trying to protect some of those other, well, shamans in the back. There's another Purge trying to break free, and there goes one of those Ancient Protectors down. Second Demolisher is now out onto the battlefield. Demolisher getting pummeled by the Ancient Protector's attack, but 2 Demolishers versus 1 Ancient Protector. This tower attempt by Foggy looks like it will fall just a bit short, especially now that the War Mill has completed that upgrade for reinforced defenses. Orc Burrow now with fortified armor, no longer taking full damage, and Soin, well, protecting himself from the strategies that Foggy is pushing with. But still, Foggy has the advantage here. Level 3 on that Keeper of the Grove. He is at tier 2, taking to tier 3, and he took down a couple of key important buildings, such as that Voodoo Lounge. Meanwhile, the hero level advantage is perhaps not going to stick, as the Blade Master could easily get to level 3 alongside that Shadowhunter. The Demolishers are also eating up a bit of supply. Remember, Demolishers are normally not part of the Orc composition. It was needed in order to defend. Now that the defense is done, is the Orc player going to try and make his way over and perhaps try and put pressure actually onto the main base? The problem is that the high movement speed of these Huntresses and the range of the archers allow Night Elf to really pick off these backline units. And until that Shadowhunter gets to level 3 and has level 2 Serpent Wards, I'm not quite sure if it's going to be enough. Level 3 Blade Master, well, double Serpent Wards here, trying to clear out 2 creep camps efficiently using double Serpent or triple Serpent Wards, trying to clear the northern and the southern creep camps. You can see that there is only 1 or 2 Serpent Wards that are currently engaging right now. More attacks getting underway. That Assassin tried to make its way over, and there goes some more units again. All right. Shadowhunter sitting at level 2 does pick up a Book of the Dead. That is actually going to be a very, very important pickup. The Assassins are trying to target all the way down, and while trying to target those Demolishers, you can see that the Assassins were just simply walking by the Serpent Wards, something that I haven't really seen before. So trying to use the aggro priority off of the creeps to get more damage onto the creeps while clearing them out quickly and efficiently and minimizing damage. Blade Master going after the Assassins here. Shadowhunter will get to level 3, and not with that, level 2 Serpent Wards most likely on the table. There is another Tome of Agility. Blade Master now up to 29 agility before counting those items. Blade Master having some big damage even while only at level 3. Making his way back down here. Are we going to see some damage? Perhaps some lobs, some tosses. Demolishers are here. Wisp could easily get cleaned up. One more shot. There's a win or a critical strike there. is level 2 Windwalk. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove is going to try and press on in. The Demolishers are actually trailing in the back here as the Demolisher is going to get cleaned out. There goes an Entangle onto the Shadow Hunter. Unit is going to try to retreat back out, but I believe the Keeper of the Grove with those Entangles can do quite a bit. Meanwhile, Demolishers are going to try to splash down a Huntress. That is siege damage. There's Book of the Dead as well. No wisps nearby as the archers and the skeletal archers and skeletal warriors pushing their way through. There's some detonations quickly clearing out all of those summon units and also removing some mana from those shaman. The Demolishers are looking to deal damage but haven't really been able to do exactly that as grunts are getting taken down. Foggy chasing down Soin. Soin could be in a little bit of trouble. Staff of Preservation saves the unit. Priestess of the Moon as the third and final hero comes across here, does have True Shot Aura. Keeper of the Grove picking up an Orb of Venom in addition after heading back home and ready to finish off more units here. Demolisher one now down. Second Demolisher about to get taken down, and with that said, it's going to be a 38-4. Nope. Ooh, Demolisher down to 9 hit points, able to survive. And the Peon's going to go to work trying to repair it. Tier 2 versus Tier 3. 3 heroes. Orb of Venom as that third and final item slot. I'm going to assume that at some point the Huntress will be getting an Orb of Venom herself as well. Meanwhile, the Expo here at the 9 o'clock going to get scouted out and cleaned up. All right, Healing Spray. Healing up here. 2-0 upgrades on the Huntresses and the Archers. Foggy is pretty much in a dominant position. This is his game to lose now. Pretty much his game to lose if he somehow makes a mistake or allows Soin to really get back into this. Bottom left-hand side, level 3 Alchemist, level 3 Keeper of the Grove, level 1 Priestess of the Moon going to clear out a relatively difficult creep camp here, going after the Overlords. There's a shockwave ripping through. Perhaps the Wisps are going to try and set up a Tree of Life here. There's some Healing Spray, and the Overlord gets taken down. Inner Fire now across multiple remaining units here. Troll High Priest, that means also running low on mana, as this creep camp now going to get cleared out. Priestess of the Moon not staying nearby to get the next level, and a Tome of Intelligence +2 being left behind. That could have been very important for, thank you, I'm 21, can I borrow your card now? No. PJ Num Num Num. Well, happy birthday. If you really did turn 21. All right, Keeper of the Grove up to level 4. Priestess of the Moon up to level 2. Alchemist gets Endurance Aura and, gets Endurance Aura. So faster movement speed, faster attack speed for this, relatively... This is a tier 1.5 army with 3 heroes, so very heavily invested. Soin off to the north here has gotten to level 4 on his Blade Master, level 3 on the Shadow Hunter, sitting at 58/61 supply compared to 51/60. And, pretty much all of the big creep camps on the map have been cleared out. Expo at the 9 o'clock spot, trying to be re-established here. Keeper of the Grove does have a Thorn's Aura, so any damage done will be reflected back just a little. The Demolisher could clear out some of these the Sentinels, but that Owl Scout will be a bother for that Blade Master for a little while longer. Shadow Hunter does get up to level 4, level 2 Healing Wave, level 2 Serpent Wards. Very, very effective. Meanwhile, though, we're looking at dual Orbs of Venom on the 2 current ranged heroes of the Night Elf, with possibly a third one eventually. And we've seen how effective that Orb of Venom is applying that damage over time. Do you still only get 1 owl per Huntress, or was that changed? I think it's only 1. All right, coming through. Some easy kills, a forced entangle, but a purge, allowing that Raider to get away. Serpent Wards are down. Some big pokes happening through. That is, 27 to 30 damage here. Treants getting absolutely purged down here. So much focus fire. orb damage, and now just both sides fighting their way. Meanwhile, Lightning Shield onto the mirror imaged Blade Master, mirror image Blade Master getting cleared up there. Another Huntress getting taken down, 36 supply compared to 53. Soin absolutely dominating this battle here, and now getting ensnares onto the Goblin Alchemist. Alchemist is in some serious trouble. Archers getting taken down. Goblin Alchemist trying to keep the army alive, but unable to do so as another Raider gets taken out as well. So the Demolisher and the Kodo in the back able to do some damage. All of the main meat shields have fallen. Keeper of the Grove going to go ahead and snipe down a Grunt, but the Serpent Wards are now poking back the other way. Staff of Preservation able to get that Keeper of the Grove out of harm's way, but damage has already been dealt. Beautiful fight from Soin. Yeah, beautiful fight from Soin. It looked like he was behind for quite a bit, but great use of Purge to remove the Treants, and then Lightning Shield on the mirror imaged Blade Master, also racking up a little bit of damage. The Serpent Wards really just cranking out all of that damage against the unarmored units. The Huntresses in particular fell rather quickly, as we see the Priestess of the Moon now get to level 3. Level 3 Priestess of the Moon, level 2 True Shot Aura. The archers are essentially have 4-1 upgrades when under the damage bonus of that of the Priestess of the Moon. Kodo Beast in a little bit of trouble, quickly gets taken out. Huntress sees the light of day again, ready to put in more pressure. Meanwhile, Lightning Shield on that Blade Master, trying to go after some of those archers. Shamans looking to finish off. There goes another Huntress again. 49 supply compared to 41. A healing wave a little bit late for that Raider, not enough to keep him alive, as more, Shamans are getting cleaned up. So this is the problem here. Unable to catch up to those Huntresses and take them down. Shadowhunter doesn't have enough mana, needs to find a way to heal up, down to 14 hit points. Scroll of Town Portal in order to teleport away temporarily, get into the back, uses a healing wave to bounce around, still has a potion of mana, and still ends up getting taken out in the back there. So Shadowhunter ends up falling. I'm not quite sure what hit him. Perhaps a trailing acid bomb. He looked pretty far away from everything else. Perhaps a final shot from an archer arrow. The guys on YouTube will have to, let me know what that final attack was. I thought that Shadowhunter perhaps got away. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove in a little bit of trouble, constantly getting surrounded. Healing Wave trying to save the Goblin Alchemist, but the Keeper of the Grove falls down at level 4. Grunt now getting cleaned up here. Goblin Alchemist trying to keep that Priestess of the Moon alive. Such a large army, 33 supply compared to 31, and so much of the Orc army is, in the red and needs to be healed up or repaired. Meanwhile, the Expo here at looked like the Owl. Yeah, it looked like the Owl killed him, but the Owl can't kill him. The Owl Scout can't kill him. Great haul over here at the 9 o'clock spot, and not mining any gold. Raiders, Grunts now coming out to battle. There is that Owl Scout keeping track of that Blade Master, trying to force an engagement. Without the Keeper of the Groves entangled, though, really no real way to force that fight. You can see that backline Grunt just taking so much damage over time. Slowly but surely, and eventually will get cleaned up here. There is a healing wave bouncing around, and we're going to go into a fight now. All right, there's some mirror image. Both sides looking to engage. One Grunt getting taken out. Raiders, just coming across the side here, going to go ahead and get some ensnares. There is a Staff of Preservation, and I believe a Staff of Preservation is not going to be used, as the ensnares were still there. Meanwhile, Blade Master being forced to retreat back away. Soin still into this fight, as the Priestess of the Moon perhaps going to try to get in front, use that Owl Scout, gain sight of that Blade Master if he tries to windwalk. 2 Owl Scouts right there. There is that Orb of Venom auto attack into the very, very back line here. And you can see that Blade Master still trying to stay alive. Owl Scout keeping track of that Blade Master there, as a little bit more poking. All right, where is the Shadowhunter? Shadowhunter, another potion of mana. There's going to be a healing wave to bounce around. Perhaps a little bit of mining here. There's an Owl Scout here. And, there's an ensnare onto the Huntress before the Huntress can fully shadow meld and gets taken out. Demolisher making sure that those Sentinels Owl Scout Sentinel, or the Sentinels, those little owls that the Huntresses are leaving to spot the Blade Master, are constantly cleaned up. So that one Demolisher really there early on to deal with the Ancient Protectors, but now out to deal with the Huntresses and their Sentinels. Keeper of the Grove back out onto the battlefield, just shy of level 5. Now Alchemist going to go ahead and engage. There goes an Entangle, and the Blade Master could be in some serious trouble, down to 268 hit points. Acid Bomb, Orb of Venom, 1-2 combination for damage over time. Remember, at the Orb of Venom damage over time cannot kill a unit, but the Acid Bomb can. So if you apply enough Orb of Venom damage and Acid Bomb, you can actually poison a unit to, deal enough damage to allow that unit to get taken down that way. Owl Remover, yeah. Oh, Owl Remover. All right, 47 supply compared to 33. Foggy clearing up the expo here at that 9 o'clock spot. Raiders looking to perhaps get some ensnares down, perhaps capture some of these units. The Goblin Alchemist getting captured now, but the ensnare doesn't last nearly as long on the heroes. There's a couple of detonations now. There's some Orb of Venom being applied to the units, and we see an ensnare now onto the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove could be in some trouble. Raiders trying to get Raiders trying to get some ensnares down. Ensnare stopping the Alchemist. Potion of Invulnerability onto the Keeper of the Grove, keeping him alive as the Raiders now looking to back away. Shamans pulling in from the back here. Demolisher lobbing in some of attacks as we see the Priestess of the Moon now get to level 4 after Staff of Preservation being the Goblin Alchemist. Now inbound, Goblin Alchemist trying to save, teleports in, gets a healing wave, trying to save the Keeper of the Grove, unable to do so. Blade Master now gets to level 6. Blade Master at 6. Now it suddenly has Blade Storm, more healing wave, trying to keep up all of these units alive. But level 3 healing spray, healing spray, not enough. All right, so much damage. Raiders are falling as well as the healing spray is working, and now that there isn't as much focus fire and damage is just going across everywhere. There goes a quick reveal. Blade Master gonna finish off the Priestess of the Moon perhaps. It does get taken down, and now it is a lone Goblin Alchemist. Soin with the level 6 Blade Master, nearly level 6 Shadow Hunter, going after finishing off a couple of archers. No Orb of Venom on that Blade Master though to perhaps proc a purge and finish off a unit. Ancients of War are making their way over. Tree of Eternity now moving as well, gonna try and reroute somewhere else. Remember, the expo here was taken down, so no easy mining. Demolishers are looking to engage again. Tree of Eternity does have that Nature's Blessing to walk away quickly as the Ancients of War are going after these other buildings here. Demolisher slowly backing up. Blade Master going to go ahead and use Mirror Image, trying to focus down some other units. 12 supply compared to 28. Who's going to outlast each other? Blade Master needs a couple of, critical strikes to come out ahead. You can see the Ancient of War suffering some big damage as well. Is the Shadow Hunter, yes, able to get off a big, get off a healing wave to try and save some of those units again. Staff of Teleportation outbound. Blade Master unable to finish off that Alchemist in time as there's just plenty of Moonwells, but nothing for the Alchemist to work with. Alchemist trying to hide in the very back position, but Foggy ends up leaving the game. It is going to be Soin as the winner with a very, very close victory in terms of total score, a difference of only 400. And, the Blade Master and the Shadow Hunter being able to both get to level 6 just for the stats, even though we didn't see those ultimate abilities, able to carry the rest of the game. Foggy seemingly having control of the game, but not being able to close it out, not being able to pick off units, and that is the game there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.